Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in and welcome to another video. Today I've got the Kuko EDC, the kind of newest iteration of it. There was a pre-order for this about like a month ago, maybe a bit earlier, I forgot. But she did like a pre-order and you could choose between a PEI insert. These are like now swappable. There was also brass and I believe copper, uh, and also a few different patterns here. I've got this straight line pattern because I thought it fits the best with the overall design, but there was also a hex pattern and also a dotted pattern. But I'm glad I got this one. Yeah, the price was like 160 euros, I believe, or 150. I forgot the exact price, but something around that range. And yeah, I thought it was really cool that she did a pre-order because, then you don't have to. It doesn't create that much FOMO, because you don't have to like be ready for a drop or check the site all the time. But yeah, so my reason for getting this is first of all the X in Thai. This was my first like proper metal slider, and I still like it to this day. I've got it in a crunchy setup right now. Also, as you can see, it's like basically the same dimensions, apart from you see it's a little bit different here because there's this PI part, so the machining is a bit different. And of course this is squared, so you can see, because I've got the old plates here that are not squared, meaning the magnet's width is like further apart than the height. But yeah, the reason I got this is because I wanted a Kuko slider that is just light, and when I saw the PI, I knew that I had to get it. Just lately, when I started out, I liked more like a heftier sliders, more feedback and stuff, but over time I noticed that I've gotten more and more keen on lighter sliders with lighter magnet setups, just because for longer use it's just more comfortable. Like heavy sliders just tend to strain the hands at some point. And I've got strong hands, like I work in the kitchen, but it still started to strain my hands and fingers. So yeah, also it's more incognito because weaker sliders tend to be more silent, and yeah, and I've chosen to make this one a carry slider. I've already dropped it once here, as you can see, but it's just like very comfortable to use, and it's like silent enough that I like to use it in public without like feeling like I'm making annoying sounds. But yeah, I do have to say that the stock setup, it's on the corners it's 6x3 magnets, and in the middle it's 5x3 magnets, all N42 I believe. And the stock setup was just way too strong in my opinion for the weight of the PEI. So I spent like quite some time trying a bunch of different setups, and uh, yeah, I will share my tuning today, so keep stay for that if you got this slider in PEI. And uh, although my tuning, it's kind of a convoluted one, I will show it off in a bit. But yeah, I got it to a point where the all the tricks are like really safe and steady, and consistent. There's still a lot of feedback, like really nice clicky feedback. It's rather silent, and yeah, and it just works really well. But I did have to tune it, which I usually do. But yeah, I don't know if I don't think most people can replicate my setup, um, as you see in a minute. But I guess it could help as like a pointer, uh, and because you know everyone's got like their own spare magnets and dampeners, etc. But yeah, this is one I carry now quite often because it's just, whoops, it's just really nice. Whoops. Let's do some measurements. So yeah, it's pretty much the same dimensions as the older X versions. So the length comes in at 48 millimeters, the width comes in at about 30 millimeters, and the thickness is, on the thickest point, it's 15.3 ish, 15.5 millimeters. And let's check out the weight of it. So it weighs 48 grams, 49 grams. So yeah, this was one of the more difficult ones to tune. That's why I really wanted to share the tuning here. So let me see, on this one side, I'll also be blending in my tuning like up here, but I thought to show it anyway, demonstrate it anyway here live as well. So I've got here in the corners, I've got N52 magnets. But when I lift one here, you'll see I've got an O-ring on the bottom. So what I found is that when the magnet is like further apart, like sometimes I'll, for example, strengthen the magnet but put an O-ring to increase the distance. What I found is that it makes the click bounce here, which I like usually. So yeah, so I've got in the corner N40 N52s with the O-ring flipped. By the way, the insert here, it's TPU, so even if you don't have an O-ring, it's usually silent, so there's no like crunchiness. Anyway, and in the middle, I've got the stock magnets, the N42s, but on the bottom you see, let's see if I can, anyway, these are like these really thin black foam mats that were included with a proxy EDC slider. That are quite useful. You can probably also just use paper or something. Basically, it's thinner than an O-ring, so the distance is smaller. So yeah, that's one side. I've got N52s with O-ring flipped and N42s with these foam mats flipped. Let's just close this up. And yeah, unfortunately, these plates and bodies are not compatible with the older ones, because as you can see the screws are in different places, and I'm guessing the reason for that is because of the inserts. So the screw holes have to be probably here and here, since here there's like the inserts, right? So yeah, you can't interchange them, which is not a big deal. But yeah, so this is the other side. I've got here, so the middle is also N42, just in stock mode without any inserts. And in the corners I've got N48, and let's see. And I've also got these foam mats on the bottom here, which weakens them just a tiny bit, because I found that if the corners are too strong, then the around the world just doesn't go smoothly. And yeah, it's a bit of a convoluted tuning, but this has been the one for me. So if you got this and you don't like it, I really recommend you to try out some different tunings to make it weaker, because as you can see, it's really nice this way. And yeah, the Kuko, I don't know what it's called, DX, I will look up the exact name. The Kuko DX PI insert slider. Thanks for watching and have a good one.